This is EE542-Lab4, fast, reliable file transfer over TCP/IP. So before we start, I would love to give you an introduction of today's lab. So in the earlier file transfer laboratory, we have developed a specific solution for transferring data over a high latency lossy link. In this lab, we want to explore generic solutions to improve TCP performance so that the TCP application can take advantage of your solution. We will present the result of the implementation in our video later. So there are three mainly requirements in this lab. So first of all, we have to add the loss up to 25% each side, and also for 200 milliseconds delay each side. And in this lab, we also need to transfer 1 gigabytes files. The second requirement is to draw a graph of FTP throughput at the first part of our laboratory. And the last requirement is to improve the TCP performance by modifying the source code. And about the congestion and lossy links, there are something that I want to tell you about is that the acknowledgement and backoff mechanism of TCP were developed to avoid congestion collapse. However, in general, mechanisms that are in use today for TCP cannot tell differences between packet loss due to congestion or it is due to unreliable link. The exponential backoff algorithm is proper algorithm to deploy when TCP flows are sharing the congested link. But as we can see in the previous lab, reducing the sending rate and window may not be the proper response under lossy link conditions. So in fact, the backoff algorithm could be removed safely without any side effects in our lab. And first of all, that we have to set up the environment for this laboratory. So we download the kernel from the official website, and we install necessary environments for the compile. And you can see in the slides that the command that we use are here, the sudo code. And then we unpackage the source code and we create configuration file. After that, we just compile and install, and the final step is we activate the kernel, and then we can see after our modification in how does it do to our speed for file transferring. And at the first part, now I'm showing you the performance due to delay and loss for the FTP throughput. As you can see in the figure, the default TCP is not able to handle the scenario with high losses. Even 5% of lost packets will cause critical degradation of the throughput. Okay, and now for the second part that we do the modification to improve TCP IP is the algorithm that we deployed are here. So first part that we are using the TCP vanel, and we remove the backoff in TCP timer.c file and turning off the timeout timer, and we remove the AMID and make congestion window size constant. And the second move that we did is to modify the fast transmission by setting TCP fast retrans threshold to 1. Then once the sender receives a duplicate acknowledgement, it will start fast transmission. Extend, and the final step is we extend related window size such as the RMEM max and TCP RMEM, TCP WMEM, and we decrease the initial congestion window size, and we fasten the slow starts by increasing 2 CND rather than 1. And as you can see in this figure, this is the algorithm of TCP IP. It has a slow start and congestion avoidance stage, and back to the slow start again when there is receive duplicate acknowledgement. And for the results that we have obtained after we modifying the TCP kernel, so after we removing the backoff, and both hosts won't wait all the time on recognizing collisions. However, more than one packet lost in this window, in one window, will cause receiver receive duplicate acknowledgement many times. So we set the congestion window size to constant size with the result that it won't keep small sending window size all the time. As the result shows, we can reach the speed of 400 kilobytes per second. And this is a demonstrate part for all the algorithms in Lab 4. And now we're gonna demonstrate the demo for the Lab 4.
This is our Lab 4 demo video. Firstly, we ping another host to check if our host and delay satisfy our requirement. Yeah, you can see our packet loss is 40%, and then we use SCP to transfer the file. Oh, you can see our speed at the first is really fast, since we set the initial windows is too large. After some time, some congestion occurs, and the senders repeat resending the packet all the time, so the speed will converge about 500 kilobytes